One of the things I got questions about last night in the backstage VIP Q&A section was, Dave, what about real estate? I had a young man, 24 years old, thinking about selling the house he had already bought at 24. Wow. It's a great start in life, isn't it? Real estate always comes up because we all have this desire to own our home. That's not a uniquely American thing. It's a kind of a human nature thing. We want to stabilize the nest where the chicks are going to grow up into eaglets and where they will spread their wings, and if we do it right, they will leave. Yeah. Home. But we've gotten so obsessed with home ownership because it's become a good part of, doing your life financially right is owning your home over a long period of time. But people get in such a hurry and they do it out of order and they do it when they can't afford it and they sell wrong and they buy wrong. And real estate is the largest transaction most people make, and too many times they do it in such a way that it brings more curses than blessings to their lives. I'll give you an example. Young couple, 25 years old, just got married, 24 years old, just got married. We got $30,000 in student loan debt, 2 car notes, and everybody who is broke is telling them you got to buy a house. I mean, you just started off, you got your cars, you got your student loan, it's time to buy a house. Buy a house. You got to buy a house. And you know what? That's stupid. That house is not going to be a blessing in that situation. It's going to be a curse. Home ownership's a wonderful thing when you do it right. When you do it wrong, it's one of the dumbest things you can do because it's got zeros on the end of your dumb. Renting for a year or two gives you time to get on your feet. You get settled in the new city. You get rid of your debt, all of it. You build your emergency fund, you build your down payment, and then you're ready to buy. And I don't yell at you for a mortgage. I don't borrow money for anything. I do not believe in borrowing money because it has so much downside and so little upside. Lots of people see it as a way to get what they want when they want it, but I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. But the only thing I don't yell at people for borrowing money on this show, I'll just call you straight up stupid for a car payment, okay? I'm going to call you stupid for a credit card payment. But, I don't yell at you for getting a home on a mortgage, but turn around and let's get it paid off and take a 15-year fixed rate where the payment's no more than a fourth of your take-home pay. That's the thing you got to do there. And when you get ready to put your home on the market, for goodness sakes, get a professional involved. A monkey can sell a house in this market. House is sold. I mean, a monkey can sell a house in this market. It doesn't require any particular pizzazz to sell a house in a market that's, we had one of our ELPs the other day. They put the house on the market for $260,000. They got 18 offers in 48 hours. It sold for over $305,000. In a market like that, a monkey can sell a house. But that really wasn't a house sale. That was an auction. And you got to have somebody who knows what they're doing to stay on top of a market that's that hot and help you get the most out of your house. You get ready to buy a house in a market where you're competing with multiple other offers and you actually want to become the buyer that buys the house, not just somebody who puts in a bunch of bids and stands on the sidelines and watches everybody else get a house. Well, you need a good real estate agent. Now, I got to tell you, most real estate agents aren't good. Most people that work at anything aren't that good at it. It's the old 80-20 principle. 80% of the people make 20% of the money. 20% of the people make 80% of the money in a business. In a given space that you're in, that's always true. There's always the cream of the crop, the top layer of the best. And if you're going to sell or buy what is probably one of your largest transactions of your life, you probably ought to have a pro in your corner. Hello. I got my real estate license at 18 years old in 1978. I've been telling people this exact thing since then, and I'm 58, getting ready to be. So, God, I've had a real estate license. What is it, 30 years? 40 years I'm coming up on. Unbelievable. Wow. But I'll tell you this, all the data points tell us, all the research tell us that when you goof up on your largest transaction, you goof up with zeros on the end. It costs you thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, you don't pull your own teeth or remove your own kidney. I've got an appendix problem. I think I'm going to get the pocket knife out. You don't do that. Well, you get an expert involved. You get an expert involved when you're doing your taxes. You get an expert involved when you're doing your estate planning. You get an expert involved when you're doing your insurance. When you're selling a house, it's no different. It's not DIY. I got a new Corvette. I can probably work on that car, but it would be pretty dumb. It would take me twice as long, and if I turn the wrong bolt, it could get really expensive on that expensive car. Some things you just don't DIY, okay? It doesn't. It's what they call penny wise and pound foolish. You're stepping over dollars to pick up nickels, and that's what happens. So check out our endorsed local providers when you get ready to buy. You get ready to sell. They actually know what they're doing. We don't have anybody that we endorse that is not one of the top realtors in their area. High octane, high protein performers. They sell 10, 20, 30 times as many houses as their competitors do. Don't get somebody listing your house that sells 2 houses a year. Get somebody listing your house sells 2 houses a week. That's what you want. Somebody knows what they're doing. Real estate's too big a deal. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure around this subject. It's a good subject to learn more about. This is the kind of stuff we teach in Financial Peace University and other places about real estate. Check our endorsed local providers. They'll help you at DaveRamsey.com. Find a high-octane realtor in your area. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.